that was life that he's experienced. And I think it's just so inspiring to remember, instead of photographing everything and double tapping everything, actually go touch it and go live it. And then to hear Katie up here today sharing her heart, her experience, all this stuff, and Tracy Morrow, who did a great presentation. I didn't see all the presentations, so I apologize to the people I'm not singling out. But the point is, you've got a lot of information. We talked about new products, and we've talked about inspiration. We've talked about behaviors and vital behaviors. So now I'm going to put it into perspective of what my next, let's call it 5 or 6 months looks like. Basically the way I'm looking between now and the next time I really get a chance to see everybody, and that's in Cancun. So what does that look like? We've got a lot of things ahead of us, a lot of holidays, a lot of events. We got Super Saturdays, we got surges and so on. So I'm giving you a picture of my activities as the leader, I'll say, of leadership as the CEO. And you can take pictures of this, you can share it, and know that we're on the same journey. But I do want to start it by saying, I'm here to run. I am not here to celebrate the rest of a good year. I'm here to do better than I thought I would do this year. I'm here to push you harder than I thought, than you thought you could be pushed. I'm here to do more with this year, going into next year, so that when we're in Cancun, we can go, remember that speech? Remember that little talk? We did it. And that starts with this. My priorities for this, for the end of 2014 and early 2015. I have about 6 or 7 of them. Keep Team Beachbody focused on helping people achieve their goals, to see it through. This is not just some multi-level marketing business where you see photos of leaders on stage with clickers in their hands saying motivational speeches. What needs to happen from here is we need to get home and we need to pay it forward. We need to remind people that this is not about selling. It is not really about rank. It is not really about how much revenue and who's the top 10 or who's the top coach or what's the next trip. It's about what's the next person who you can usher into the Beachbody Challenge with success, so they get their t-shirt, they get the feeling of completion, and they get the sense that they have joined with something that is truly different on a very human level. My #1 priority is to stay true to our core purpose. Help people achieve their goals to lead healthy, fulfilling lives. The other day I saw a presentation of a new product that we were developing, and the guy who put it together, his first priority had something about, sell more product. And I said, no, that can't be the first priority. It's like, well, that's the goal of the company. Bottom line, was a new guy. And I said, no, the first priority needs to be help more people get results. That's my #1 priority between now and Cancun. My second priority is to help more coaches achieve their potential. When we say help people achieve their goals to lead healthy, fulfilling lives, that includes your whys. That includes helping you pay off that mortgage. That includes, if you made this incredibly courageous leap to be a full-time coach, that includes making that work for you. Team calls, Super Saturdays, surges, promotions from month to month. Part of my job is to help you see the potential that sometimes you will forget, and sometimes you'll have headwinds. I consider it a part of my function on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, and phone calls, or right up here, to help you see your potential, because it's real, but it depends on how you step up for it. Right now, you're at a crossroads. Every day you're at a crossroads. Do you get on that bike or do you not? We're going to run between now and Cancun, and I want to help you achieve your potential for the balance of the year and going into Cancun. I want you to run with me. My third priority for the balance of the year and into 2015, maximize sales of P90 Challenge Packs. Everyone helps one. I'm not just saying that because, oh, it's the latest product, it's the newest product. I think this is another example of a gateway to truly help us achieve the goal of ending the trend of obesity. That's not just a catchphrase. I want to end the trend of obesity. And we do that by reaching more people who feel absolutely hopeless, and nobody has ever shown that they cared enough to truly be supportive of them. And that means forgiving them when they fail a little bit, letting them understand that everybody in this room has failed at some fitness or diet program in some way. I'm guessing. Anybody hasn't? I want to apologize. I'm the poster boy for it. So I want to help more people achieve their goals with this incredibly well-constructed program that is a gateway to fitness that gradually gets people up to this level that they're going to feel like they can move mountains. And of course, going along with that, we're going to do a lot of good for the Wounded Warrior Project by taking advantage of that over the course of the next 45 days. My fourth priority, help more people be as excited as I am about improving their health by drinking Shakeology every day. I'm going to do that. Again, this is my job. This is not necessarily your job, and I want you to know we're aligned. Going to Super Saturday in Milwaukee, Super Saturday in Chicago. Who here is going to be at a Super Saturday? Woo! All right, well done. I'm going to go to, Isabel and I are going to Montreal at the end of October, and I've got a bunch of team calls that I'm on, particularly with the people who supported the IJM work. We've got wake-up calls. My job in all of those events is to make sure I cannot let people forget the importance of this shake, and we just don't talk about it enough. I'm guilty of it too, because we get wrapped up in this fitness, and we get wrapped up in the incredible transformations, and we get wrapped up in the emotional transformations of people achieving their financial freedom and financial independence. But there's something at the heart of it that was created by these people with incredible heart that is truly changing lives in a way that is not visible. You know, some people can feel it if they're very sensitive, but at the end of the day, what I see happening with every bag of Shakeology and every new HD that we sign up, and every improvement that we make in retention is an improvement in the quality of life for stuff that we don't even know about. You know, I talked to my dad, who, by the way, he sends his regards. I sent him an email. A lot of people said, "Tell Ray I said hi. Why isn't he at leadership?" And he's like, "You know what? I kind of should have gone. I just got a trip, you know." Anyway, he sends his regards. He was going to send me a picture of him toasting us to the west, but he forgot. But the point is that it was with Shakeology toasting us. But the point is, I talk to him sometimes about his friends, and he's experiencing the decline of vitality in many of his friends. And this guy is 83 years old, super vital, right? And he's drinking the Shakeology every day, and he did the 3-day refresh, and he's living things and watching his peers live in a very different way, where they've accepted the plight that they're in, and they're not taking advantage of the tools that are available to them. And I'm saying to you, we need to get more people to take advantage of this incredible shake and drink it every day. You need to drink it every day. You need to show people with Instagram photos and Facebook posts and carrying that darn cup and its BPF sticker on it. Never take that sticker off. Make it stand for something. Be people friendly. But we got to make sure that people understand Shakeology is important. Nutrition is so important, and this is such an easy way to achieve incredible nutrition. Isabel and I, every once in a while, will watch TV, and there's this commercial where they have the guys from KFC who have this box of fried chicken and like mashed potatoes and a cookie, and the guy's like, "Dude, it's only $5!" And Isabel's like, every time I swear she's gonna vomit or punch me. She's just like, that, $5? Can you imagine where that came from? And people are complaining about my shake? This is ridiculous. She paces around, I can't believe it. Honey, commercial's over. I gotta start to fast forward through those. It ruins the whole night. Point is, it's important. And we gotta get more people to drink it, and it's one of my priorities to make sure that people understand I'm not just trying to sell this shake, I'm trying to get more people healthy with this shake so that their body can metabolize better. Number 5, be relentless. Be relentless. September, October, November, December. It's so easy for your teams to get in a rhythm of, it's the fall, it's the end of the year, I've made good money this year, it doesn't matter. But right now they are setting up 2015. And more important than that, with all the promotions that we have going, this is an opportunity to take advantage of product launches, P90, Insanity Max 30 coming up. We've got great promotions. You've got the Fall Classic in October. We're going to have a great surge coming up in the I think it's the first Saturday of November. We'll give you more information about that. We want to make this the healthiest holiday season ever. You know, the average household, this is average, spends a little over $800 per household on the holidays. I want a piece of every one of those $800 to be thinking about the livelihood, the life of the people who are getting those gifts. We should get a piece of that $800 so that next year, the holiday, the spirit of the holidays is actually reflected in more than the stuff and the sweaters and the ties and the smartphones and the gadgets and stuff that people barely even pull out anymore. And instead is reflected in a healthier lifestyle. That's going to be part of our focus in November. The point here, I want you to be relentless now. Get on that bike. We are about to take a metaphoric ride through Italy together. My bike is ready to go. I got my squishy pants on. I got my helmet on. And I'm ready to go. And I am going to be relentless about this until I see you in Cancun and I go, oh, somebody get me a margarita. But we're going to launch these things. We're going to tell people about these products. We're going to build challenge groups with such fierce determination to help people that people are going to hear us. And this momentum is going to continue to grow. And part of that is going to be in September. Are you going to be one of the people that helps us, that gets in that top 100? That's part of what this is about. That's why my family is sitting around this weekend and filling out things and pasting $100 bills and framing it. It's going to be a black frame, by the way, not a brown one. I couldn't get enough of the brown one, so anyway. But I want the people in this room to be in the top 100. You got to be relentless about that, though. Right now, you know, like I said, I think it's 85 points to 19 points, but that's going to keep climbing as people go for it. I'm hoping that you go for it. Be relentless about it. We've got, I've got a plan to build the biggest 3-day refresh group since our launch for the week after Halloween. Okay, that's my plan. I want this to be, I want to have 10 or 20,000 people thinking through over Halloween, when you're at parties and people are eating and drinking, say, hey, I'm doing a 3-day refresh next week. We're going to drop the candy weight that we're putting on right now. Let's get rid of it next week. We're going to have the biggest group going, and we're going to do the same thing after Thanksgiving, okay? This is being relentless about building this business. I'm going to drive product development for the most innovative year in our history in 2015. I want to reach more people. I want more entries in the Beachbody Challenge. These are my priorities. This is what's going to fill my time. I want better results from every program that we develop. Now, what does all that activity add up to? Let's get into some of the numbers and let's look at it. And again, I'm talking about my priorities. I want Team Beachbody to surpass $550 million for 2014. Right now, this is our forecast. It's a fairly realistic forecast. But if we get that up actually to $600 million over the course of the next 4 months, this company tops $1 billion this year. And what that means for you, that means we pay out over $73 million more to coaches by year end. Who in here wants their share of that $73 million? Okay, get your camera out. Take that picture. Share this with your teams. We are going to pay this money out. Obviously, the volume needs to be there, but that's our forecast. Post that on your Facebooks and Instagrams and tell people, tell your prospects, we're going to be paying that to somebody. Don't you want a piece of $73 million before year end? I mean, honestly, who couldn't use a piece of $73 million? That's real money that's going to get paid out. Like I said, I want Beachbody to surpass $1 billion in 2015. We're close. I don't know if we can get it. I don't know what levers I can pull. But if I can keep up with my priorities, I think we might be able to get there. Get that milestone behind us and start working to $2 billion. And I want, that's in 2015, for sure we're going to hit it, and I want Team Beachbody to surpass $700 million in 2015. What does that mean for you? Get your cameras ready. That means we pay out over $350 million to coaches in 2015. Or, another post-worthy slide, don't you want your share of $350 million that we could pay out next year? When you show this to your prospects, you say, it's your choice. I want you to be a part of this. We're trying to help people. And by the way, during the course of helping people, we're going to be giving $350 million of benefit to the coaches that help us help people achieve their goals to lead healthy, fulfilling lives. This is real. I am running. These are my goals through Cancun next year. What makes it real? We got P90 that we're launching. People who do P90 can move right into Insanity Max 30. People who want to dial it in then with the best portion control program and these intense half-hour workouts can do it with 21-Day Fix Extreme. I want to get as many of you in here to do 21-Day Fix Extreme as we go into Cancun. And I'm sure we'll have a huge company-wide challenge group to do that, to use that program in particular, share your photos. It'll probably be the Challenge Pack special that month. So going into the Cancun trip, we want to take advantage of that one. But the bottom line is, we have so much to promote, so much to work with, it's going to be up to you to pedal hard. Like, Jeff likes when I say, pedal like you stole something. And that's what I want it to be. That's what I want the balance of this year to be. The 3 vital behaviors aren't strange to anybody. Invite, invite, invite. Be the proof the product works. Do the personal development. Engage in this. Like John said, he was at this crossroads. I'm doing pretty good. I own a nice chunk of this company. I'm at a tough time. I got to heal my knees. What am I going to do? Carl, should I talk to Carl, blah, blah, blah. Those 4 seconds that he decided what direction he was going to go, he decided to go all in. I have never seen this guy work with such passion and enthusiasm in our entire 17, 18 years now of working together than he is right now. And he's rich. And he's working harder now than he ever has because we have things to do. He's making the choice to get involved all the way. You and your teams need to make the choice to get involved and go all the way. Invite, invite, invite. Make sure your team understands what that is about. Help them understand that it's about connecting, not just selling. Connect with people. Be the proof the product works. Ask your team who had their shake today. Let me ask you, who had their shake today? I had my shake. Good for you. Ask your team. At Super Saturday, tell people you're going to ask who had their shake today. Find out who had their shake every day that week. Let's ask. Let's not pretend that it's happening. Let's not be embarrassed about it, because we are running. We are riding this bike. We are seeing this scenery. We are living this life like DeWitt showed us. We are not just staring at phones and computer screens, even though there's a lot of that in this, but we are looking in the faces of people who we are helping. And that includes our other team members. We're building a sense of team and purpose. You are my team. I want you to feel this purpose. I get passionate about this purpose. Help people achieve their goals to lead healthy, fulfilling lives. When Jeff says, I'm the CEO of the greatest company in the world, I agree. This is the greatest company in the world because we embody this objective of helping people achieve their goals to lead healthy, fulfilling lives, and we do it person by person by person. You truly are leading in a meaningful way, and you got to recognize the people who are helping you lead, who are on their way to being leaders. This is what leadership is about. Leadership is something that doesn't stop. This isn't the end of Leadership Weekend. This is the beginning of Leadership Weekend. This little speech and the exercise of 2 is the beginning of leadership. We've got a lot of life to live. We've got a lot of work to do. And I want to do it together. I want us to be the strongest team. When I say strongest, not impervious to criticism, but prepared and supportive of each other when we deal with criticism. We work in a really weird industry that is just so easy to criticize. But we in here know that we're doing something really special, that's really meaningful for the people who will allow us to help them. That's leadership. And at the same time that people are criticizing you on this side, you're helping somebody on this side, and you refuse to give up. I'm ready to run. I'm running. September is going to be a record-breaking month. October is going to be a record-breaking month. November is going to be a record-breaking month. And then we go into Insanity Max 30. December is going to be a record-breaking month. But it only happens if you're all in. If you get on that bike and ride. I'm taking off anyway. I want a Peloton. I want us all together. And I know many of you, and I hope all of you, are going to run hard the last 4 months of this year with me, and right in 2015 for another record breaker. This country, our fellow human beings, our peers, co-workers, they need us to do this. They might fight us on it, they might resent us for it, but they need us to do this. They need you to be leaders. You need me to be a leader. You have my commitment. Now I need yours. Who's in?